What's going on, you guys? It's your Huggable Hipster here, and welcome back to my channel. Ooh, I should make that, my new channel intro. Oh crap, okay, I'm not as young as I used to be. Today we're gonna be talking about Bloodborne and their community and why they're so dang awesome. This is actually inspired because of someone who I did co-op with. Okay, so it's actually a really funny story. I'm in the process of going about the battle Orphan of Cause, if you guys have ever heard of that. Blimey bastard. And I keep getting him down, by the way, to like his little bit of his health, just a little bit of his health, and then, you know, his second phase is like a child on crack. The last episode of this DLC is going to be wild because it's going to be literally a combination of both of the boss battles for Maria and Orphan. So when I go into this episode, you're going to see like a multiple changes of clothing because this was literally recorded and edited over a period of a week. Like, honestly, it's one of the boss battles. I think it's coming close second to Ishin Sword Saint. Like, Ishin Sword Saint is by far the hardest boss I've ever fought in my entire time. Orphan so far has taken me 3 days. 3 days. I'm still not done with him yet. And his first phase, absolutely amazing. I'm so good at it. I could do it in my sleep. His second phase, not so much, however. I think I parried him once in his second phase and then he immediately crashed down with his cocaine madness. But we're not here to discuss Orphan of Cause. We are here to talk about why the Bloodborne community is the best one in all of Soulsborne. So I know it's probably just the biggest statement to proclaim Bloodborne is the best community out of all Soulsborne. I could already see the comments right now.
What are you talking about? Dark Souls is like the best community ever. Like, you don't know what you're talking about. Why don't you beat the games first and then talk about it?
That was how trolls sound. So the reason that I say this is because, like I said, there was a reason behind it. There was one person who came in to do co-op with me for Orphan back when I thought, oh god, I'm never going to be able to beat this guy. And then after we had played for a little bit, I realized two things. Number one, I want to beat this boss on my own. It's very important for me that I deal with Orphan of Cause on my own. And secondly, I don't know how this is possible, but it is. Whenever you go into a boss battle, the health, I think it either doubles or it does something where like the health increases of the enemy that you are fighting. So it's best recommended that you deal with Orphan of Cause on your own instead of doing co-op, which kind of sucks, not gonna lie, because the fact that they, oh my god, the fact that they make the health bigger because you are doing co-op and make it more difficult. From software, are you guys like sadists? Like, do you guys need help? I love a good challenge, but sometimes you guys go way too far. It's one of those things where I think that, you know, some boss battles should be fought on your own. I feel like some, yeah, co-op is fine. Like for me, I did Ludwig and Unholy Saints. I'm just giving them random names right now. It's living failures. Did both of those bosses co-op. They were fun as hell to do co-op. But I did Lady Maria at first. I tried co-op, didn't work. I really wanted to get her on my own. So I managed beating her on my own like within a day. Orphan, I want to beat on my own. It's now taking me 3 days. The thing is that during my time doing co-op with, you know, for Orphan of Cause, I met this really awesome group of people and they, you know, they circle in and out. We're now friends on PlayStation. It's a thing. And, you know, I think it's really awesome because it's like, you find so many different people in this community who, you know, I'm not talking about the gatekeepers. I'm not talking about people who are trying to be like, well, you should fight all bosses on your own. Not talking about those people. Those people, that's a very special kind of people. I'm talking about the people who actually want to do good by the community. I'm talking about the people who literally, like these people who came in to do co-op with me, I ended up friending them on PlayStation, and they, like, one of them we ended up just having a conversation. They actually ended up subscribing to my YouTube channel. I told them, hey, you're gonna be in the video, and I think it's really awesome. I'll talk more about them whenever we get to the final video for the DLC. It was really cool to see kind of like that bonding moment. I don't know who they are. They don't know who I am. It's just our love of Bloodborne. And I think that is so rad because when you see such a love for a game 7 years later that people are still doing co-op for, that people are still so much invested in, that's something so special. I always got so worried when I was playing Elden Ring that people will think less of me because I do co-op, and people think, you know, there are a lot of people who have told me that I should just fight these bosses on my own instead of doing co-op. The only Souls game that I know where you can't necessarily do co-op is with Sekiro. Sekiro is one of those games where you just gotta bite the bullet and say, okay, I gotta deal with this one on my own. I can't imagine it being in co-op though, because if in Dark Souls games and in Bloodborne, and I'm assuming Demon Souls too, haven't played Demon Souls yet, I'm assuming for that one as well, if they make the boss's difficulty level higher whenever you're doing co-op, I can't imagine what that would be like in Sekiro. At that time, I would just throw in the towel and be like, I'm good. Difficulty or not, this community is here to help you. As much as people want to shit it and make fun of it and say like, oh, get good, bro, get good, all that kind of stuff, I really think that there is validity to the community of Bloodborne, to any Souls community, actually. What I witnessed playing co-op was I witnessed a community that just wanted to be there for people, that just wanted to help, that just wanted to offer companionship and kinship and sort of like a just friendship, you know, and I love it. I love it so much. In my time also playing co-op, I also noticed how friendly people are in this community. You know, normally I can't stand playing co-op. I don't like it. It's not my jive. It's not really my thing. But I think playing recently with friends in Destiny, playing with people in Bloodborne really opened my eyes more or less to doing more co-op, because it's so much fun with the right group of people. And even complete strangers who are in Bloodborne, they just want the best for people. Like, there are some people who will invade and it's like, why'd you do that? Why'd you just randomly stab me? That's not cool. But there is just more often than not cases of kindness and compassion. And I feel like if more people knew about that side of the Bloodborne community, then they wouldn't be so harsh to judge. It's also a community of where I feel like we poke fun at one another consistently. I've been in this community now for a little over a year and a half, and it's by far, I think, the funnest community, because we know the crap that we've seen. We've seen Orphan. We've seen Vigor Amelia. We've seen Father Gascoigne. We've seen the multitudes of times that we've died and come back, and only to die again. It is through strength that friendships are born. I think it's incredible, and I think this community deserves way more than it's getting, because there are times of whenever I look at the companionship and I look at the camaraderie and I see this Three Musketeers-esque bond, and I look at it and I go, man, my love for humanity has rekindled itself. I love this community. I love it so much. I love it till the day I die. Dark Souls, there's a different kind of love that I have for Dark Souls, because it was the first ever time I went into these games. Anytime that I see any kind of Dark Souls stuff, I'm just like, oh my gosh, wholesome, yes, I love you. But also there are some issues within the community that also need to be dealt with as well. Gatekeeping, trolling, just complete and utter there's a lot. There's a lot that I could go into. Now that I think of it, I should probably do the good and bad sides to the Dark Souls community. Now, there are bad sides to every community. There are going to be bad eggs. There are going to be people who just want to troll and just want to be gatekeepers and mean and rude, but we don't own them. We don't own their ideologies. We don't own their sentiments. Bloodborne at its core is just about the hunters preparing for the hunt. There's a lot of strong bonds, and there's a lot of strong meanings and purposes behind Bloodborne and behind how it brings people together that I feel like is more powerful to an extent than Dark Souls in its entirety. While Dark Souls, there is a lot to it. There's praise of the sun, there's memes, there's camaraderie, there's friendship, there's gatekeeping, there's bad stuff, there's good stuff. I feel like Dark Souls cannot compare to the way that the community loves one another in Bloodborne. I've seen it with my own eyes. I've seen it in tweets. I've seen it in community threads and posts. There's way more in the Bloodborne community as far as help, as far as love to other players, as far as helping out new players, than I feel like there is in Dark Souls. With Dark Souls, I feel like the get good mentality transformed into something kind of weird. And I feel like with Bloodborne, yeah, there's kind of still the get good mentality, but it's not as intense as it is to where in Dark Souls, you'll literally see other players just tell someone to get good and not explain something, where all someone needs is like a clear indication of what's going on or how to go about something. Telling someone to get good is nasty. Like if you are in the community and you know the root cause of what get good actually is. It's more of like a playful big brother, big sisterly thing. If you're telling someone who's brand new in the community just to get good with no context, then it's just mean, and that's just no. These games require a lot of love, a lot of practice, a lot of learning, a lot of patience. Oh my god, a lot of patience. But you guys, that was today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope you guys understand now more of my love for the Bloodborne community. And in no way, by the way, is this to, you know, single out or make other communities feel bad. This is just my, you know, opinion, my perception, what I believe, all that kind of stuff. I'm not like, you know, pushing anything onto you guys or anything like that. So just want to make that clear. But if you guys like my face and what I do, please be sure to subscribe and hit that bell down below. We are getting closer and closer every day to 2,700 subscribers, and we're getting closer and closer to that 4K watch hour. Please, if you can, be sure to watch the videos in their entirety. It always just brings up the watch time and makes me happy. So, but with that being said, stay casually nerdy, and may you find your worth in the waking world, dear hunter.